All right. Now we're getting levels on the microphone.
Cooking with gas. Where is it? Oh, that. Oh, huh.
All right. We're still getting levels, so hopefully that's working. Go ahead and confirm when they. Some people are already showing up. All right, I'm back, Syntech. I think.
Take two.
I might have it worked out now. Okay, so game setup.
All right. I'll probably hold off on the start. Maybe not go right at 7 o'clock. Give people a chance to find the new link. Sorry about that. Technical difficulties. Thanks for tuning back. Prestige Worldwide in the house. Is it date night?
Right. All right, so I'm doing 3 friendly bots, 5 enemy bots, so we'll be 5 on 5.
Welcome, welcome. Cleveland Awesome Trivia happening live from the living room here at Das Gomenschloss. It's free to play. It's fun to play. You can find all the details about how the game works at clevelandawesometrivia.com, including sample score sheets or team sheets, if you will. That way, if you'd like to keep track of your score, feel free. But we are playing just for fun. Technically 2 minutes away from start time, but I might hold off a minute or two just because we had to try a second live shot. First one wasn't working. We came here to drink. What are you sipping on this evening? Happy Wednesday. We are family. Good to have you.
Yeah. All right, here we go. You can be as loud as you want, but remember I have to be quiet because she's doing the crap. So I think we're ready to go. You can do that all you want. They can't hear you.
Yes. I also am drinking tea. One of my favorite mugs. It of course has a ladybug on it.
The match is about to begin.
Welcome, Brown 16-0. We just reset to our wishful thinking for next season. Is that what that is? The 16-0. I like it. Sorry things didn't work out on Sunday. We didn't have trivia on Sunday. It's been a whole week since I sat in this chair. Oh. Wolf in the house. Welcome. Rocky was almost asleep. Now he's looking at me. What are you talking about, Mom? Oh, Bubs. Again, ClevelandAwesomeTrivia.com.
Yeah.
You can find our schedule there. We do these YouTube live feeds a couple times a week. And you can also find us out and about various locations throughout Northeast Ohio. I'll be at Saucy Brew Works in Pinecrest tomorrow night.
Unfortunately, I have not killed anyone yet.
My one weekly venture out into the world.
No, I got killed.
All right, let's 10 viewers, 1, 2, 3, 4 teams checking in. I am still going to wait another minute or two. I know Clue Crew checked in on our first feed.
It's the worst. No.
Soup B, welcome. I saw that Dad was celebrating his 80th birthday. Nice. Happy birthday to
Shot
him.
you in the back. One for one's not a bad trade-off. Oh boy.
Actually, I think my grandpa's birthday is coming up here in a few days. He might be 86
Yeah,
now.
I saw that happen to you. It was awful. Oh,
All right, I'm going to start my spiel. Hopefully Clue Crew can catch up if they're able to find us. Yeah, so welcome. I'm Kiki with Cleveland Awesome Trivia here in the living room of Das Goldman Schloss, bringing you a general trivia game, 20 questions, 6 rounds, 3 questions each. Halftime and a final question where you can wager any, all, or none of your points. I gift each team with a free pass one time during the game on any of the questions 1 through 18. Doesn't work for the halftime or the final. But if there's something you don't know the answer to, you can use that free pass once during the game to get yourself some points. ClevelandAwesomeTrivia.com. You can download and print up team sheets there, so you can keep track if you want, but I will not be keeping score. One of our big rules is to not shout out answers, which, I mean, you can shout in the privacy of your own home because we can't hear you, but please, the chat function there, do not post any answers in the chat, except for maybe question 10. We'll let you post your answers then. Oh, yeah, and we ask that you don't use Google for the answers. That's just silly. You're keeping score for yourself anyway, so if that makes you feel better, do what you will. All right.
Yeah,
Oh,
I came looking.
not
and
too
then
late.
I got
We
shot.
had to
Yeah,
start a
yeah,
second
I'm
feed,
ready.
Amy, so you haven't missed anything yet. All right. But we are heading into round 1 of the game. In round 1, your categories will be fun facts,
Yep.
zodiac, and singers. La 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 la. Again, categories for round 1 are fun
I got
facts,
that.
zodiacs,
That's delusional.
and singers. Question number 1. True or false? A creature known as the vampire finch actually pecks at other animals and lives off of their blood. Again, question 1, category fun fact. True or false? A creature known as the vampire finch actually pecks at other animals and lives off their blood. All right, as you see,
I know.
we'll be posting the questions there in the chat in case you need any clarification on spelling, or maybe you didn't quite hear me for whatever reason. You can check it out there, and hopefully that'll be helpful when you're trying to come up with your answers. And I think most of us know how this first one works, being a fun fact. We indeed know that that is a true question statement, if you will. True, the answer we were looking for on number 1.
So we could end at any time.
See, how's that? We all start off with some points. Super helpful. All right, question number 2, category is zodiac. Which sign of the zodiac is also commonly known as the scales? Weighing things out with your scales. Again, question 2, category zodiac. Which sign of the zodiac is also commonly known as the scales? Like the scales of justice. This is kind of a tougher question for number 2, I feel like, but also I feel like you can narrow it down pretty easily if you know the zodiac signs. All right, hopefully that was enough time for you to discuss with your teammates, come up with your answer on that one. Question 2, the category zodiac. Which sign of the zodiac is also commonly known as the scales? The answer we were looking for is Libra, like liberty, justice, and liberty, freedom for, I don't, what? Libra, the zodiac sign we were looking for. All right, hopefully everybody's warmed up and got some points. I feel like this next one's not too tough for question number 3. Category singers. What was the name of the famous female singer who died of alcohol poisoning in 2011 at the age of 27? Question number 3, category singers. What was the name of the famous female singer who died of alcohol poisoning in 2011 at the age of 27? Part of that famous club.
Nice. Yeah, Albatross was the guy that kept killing me over and over.
Oh, there's our chorus from the kitty. Good evening, Lilith. Um,
And that's a good warm up. Good warm up.
we'll take a moment here while you're debating over your female singers to go ahead and post this. And we're asking very graciously for you to please spread that link around, maybe with a nice little story about how much you love Cleveland Awesome Trivia. What fun it is to be part of this community. I know I'm ever grateful for it.
Yeah, there's like high ground and low ground, but everybody dies all the time.
We found that Facebook is a little weird about the sharing the post. It just shares the link and not, I don't know, not the story behind it. All right, let's move along with the answer for question number 3, the category singers. Oh, where am I? There I am. Okay. What was the name of the famous female singer who died of alcohol poisoning in 2011 at the age of 27? The answer we were looking for was Ms. Amy Winehouse. Amy Winehouse, the answer we were looking for. All right. Hopefully everybody's warmed up and got some points there in round 1. And maybe if you managed to get all 3 of those questions correct, you'd earned yourself some bonus points for sweeping the round. We're heading into round 2 of the game. In round 2, your categories will be game shows, sports, and locations. Again, categories for round 2 are game shows, sports, and locations. Question number 4. Within 3 years, either way, in what year did the first version of the game show Jeopardy! First premiere on American television? Question number 4, the category game shows. Within 3 years, either way, in what year did the first version of the game show Jeopardy! First premiere on American television? I feel like if you're a fan of the show, this might be, I don't know, hopefully they helped you out recently with the tribute upon the retirement of Mr. Trebek. Sorry. I'm not comfortable tonight. I hear you, Lilith. I swear she's quiet all day. I think she can see me when I'm sitting in this chair. So she's got to tell me all about it. All right, well, if you're not a big fan of the show, don't forget I gifted each team with a free pass. It's not too early in the game to use it.
This one's hard, but we're doing good.
All right, do we have any holdouts? Shall we move along? Just give you a couple more seconds on this one. Question number 4. Category being game shows. Within 3 years, either way, In what year did the first version of the game show Jeopardy first premiere on American television? 1964. 64, the answer we were looking for. So fans between 61 and 67, or if you used your free pass, you can go ahead and give yourself some points for that answer. Question number 5, category sports ball. Which NBA team uses purple uniforms for road games, gold uniforms for home games, and white jerseys for Sunday and holiday home games? Whew, it's a lot. Don't worry, I'll put it in the chat. Again, which NBA team uses purple uniforms for road games, gold uniforms for home games, and white jerseys for Sunday and holiday home games? It's a lot of colors.
You got most of the kills. You did good. 9, only 3 deaths.
I feel like you should be in good shape with this one. I mean,
What's that?
I'm not even really a fan of sports ball, but I think I could have come up with this
I
answer.
can play as long as I want in my house. I mean, yeah, at least till 8. Is he coming on soon?
It's just a chorus of stuff going on over here tonight. Lilith yelling at me. Goman's playing shoot 'em up games on the other side of the room. All right, are we ready with this one? I mean, if I know it, you guys shouldn't have to think about it too hard. Question number 5, category sports. Which NBA team uses purple uniforms for road games, gold uniforms for home games, and white jerseys for Sunday and holiday home games? The answer we were looking for was the Los Angeles Lakers. The Lakers, the sports ball team we were looking for. Question number 6, category locations.
Deathmatch track.
In what extremely remote location would you find something known as the Sea of William Henry Smith? Question number 6, category locations. In what extremely remote location would you find something known as the Sea of William Henry Smith?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he's funny.
I feel like this is one of those questions where I would tell new teams it's helpful if you've played with us consistently, just knowing how Goman writes questions. I mean, he wants you to get points. It's more fun that way. And we want you to have fun playing the Cleveland Awesome Trivia. All right, how are we doing with this one? Arguing over your remote locations.
They're not coming around the side like they usually do.
All right. Shout out now in that chat area if you need more time. Question number 6. Category was locations. In what extremely remote location would you find something known as the Sea of William Henry
I have like
Smith?
5 in a row. Then
Not sure if you've heard of Mr. William Henry Smith, but he was some old British guy that enjoyed astronomy. And you can find his C on the moon. The moon, the answer we were looking for, that extremely remote location. All right, that was the end of that round. We're heading into round 3, where I try to help you out a little bit with 2 50-50 questions and a range question under the categories of environment, cars, or vehicles, if you will, and, oh, I'm sorry, I skipped one. Let me start over again. Categories for round 3 are police, environment, and cars. There we go. Again, police, that'll be a 50-50 question. I'll give you a 50-50 shot at the environment category and a range within to answer the cars or vehicles category. All right, question number 7. The police force of which country is known locally as the Garde? Is it Spain or Ireland? Question 7, category the police. What police force
Right behind you.
of which country is known locally as the Garde? Is it Spain or
Nice.
Ireland? And again, that question posted in the chat. I know the spelling of Garde maybe looks like Gardai with a little something.
Isaac got a big shot there. Oh, look who's here.
Did everyone have a good hump day? Watch any of the inauguration hoopla? I'm excited to tune in later. I heard my boy JT is supposed to be performing at the inauguration ball or performance or whatever they're doing because of the COVID restrictions.
All right, I'm going to change the bots. 3 friendlies, 6 bots. Pardon. You're not going on the other team. What map do you want, Stace? We just did Rust. Yeah. Maybe later.
All right, you got a 50-50 shot on that one. Flip a coin.
Okay.
Make it a bet between you and your roommate. Whoever picks the right one has to do the dishes or something. Question number 7. Category police. The force from which country is known locally as the Garde? That is the Republic of Ireland. The Republic of Ireland, protected by the Garde. Question number 8, category environment. In what sort of environment would you be most likely to find something called a bayou? A swamp or a desert? Question number 8, category environment. In what sort of environment would you be most likely to find something called a bayou? Would you find that in a swamp or a desert?
What's that? I like it. More the merrier.
I don't know if I was making my breakfast or what I was doing, but I missed the poetry reading at the inauguration. That seems to be getting a lot of traction on the Facebooks. The answer to question 7, that was the police one. It's Ireland. Ireland protected by the Gardaí. No worries. Did you tell Genevieve that that's Frank? He's hanging out with us. I don't know if you couldn't hear me last time. So. All right. How are we doing with question number 8? We ready? I feel like this one was pretty easy. Question 8, category environment. In what sort of environment would you be most likely to find something called a bayou, a swamp, or a desert? Well, if you've ever heard anything about Louisiana, you know they've got a lot of the bayou down there. And that is definitely not a desert in the Mississippi Delta. Pretty sure that's a swamp. Swamp, the answer we were looking for on question 8. Question number 9, category cars. Within 3 years, either way, what year saw the debut of the car known as the Chevrolet Cruze? Question number 9. Category cars. Within 3 years, either way, what year saw the debut of the car known as the Chevrolet Cruze? I am also a big fan of sloths. And Frank, there was a special gift from my friend Anne Marie. So. There's actually a family in Medina that I've met a couple times. They run a small business called Our Zoo to You. You'll have to, if nothing else, check out their Facebook page because they post videos there. I think they have 2 sloths now, actually, but they've got a nice room where they built out a nice sloth home enclosure. I don't know, but they have their own room. It's pretty fancy. My sister, my niece, and I went a couple years ago now and get to hold the sloth.
I almost died like 4 times right there, but I'm alive.
That was Our Zoo to You that I was talking about. But all right, how are we doing with question number 9? Trying to keep on time here, even though we started a little bit late. Question number 9, the category cars. Within 3 years, either way, what year saw the debut of the car known as the Chevy Cruze? The year we were looking for was the year of 2008. 2008, the answer we were looking for. So if you answer between 05 and 2011, excuse me, you can give yourself credit for that answer. We're now heading into our halftime question. This works a little bit differently. No wagering involved. It's a single question with a single answer worth 10 points if you can get it correct all on your own. However, oftentimes it is a difficult question. So if you're not very sure, we have a very generous 50-50 hint available. Once I post or say the hint and you see or hear it, you can pretty much guarantee yourself 5 points. But it's not really possible in this scenario, but if you got it wrong, it would be 0 points. So 10 points if you happen to know the answer to this difficult question, and 5 points once you see or hear my very generous 50-50 hint. Here we go with that halftime question. What was the original name of the liner, like ocean liner, cruise liner, which after 1918 became the adoptive sister ship to the RMS Titanic? Oh, I bet Prestige is getting all excited over there. They might know this one. Titanic fans. Again, the halftime question. What was the original name of the liner, like cruise liner, ocean liner, which after 1918 became the adoptive sister ship to the RMS Titanic? Give you a minute or so there to discuss that, just in case you think you might know it. And then I'll be posting our 50-50 hint, which pretty much guarantees you get the answer correct, but it's just 5 points that way. And
All right, Sutek, let's give him his rust.
oh, speaking of sloths, look at my little tea guy. All right, what about you, Prestige? Are you going for it before you see the hint? Ooh, 2 teams, no hint. All right, ready or not? Here we go. Our hint on the halftime question. Is it the SS Bismarck or the Good Time 3? Which I'm pretty sure is just a drinking cruise on the Lake Erie, right? Good Time 3. No. SS Bismarck or Good Time 3 is your hint. And this is where we invite you, if you'd like, to go ahead and share your scores with the rest of the class. You can go ahead and post them there in the chat. See how you're stacking up so far. And we'll take a quick halftime break in case you need to go run and powder your nose or refresh your beverage. I think I might grab my other drink. My tea's running low.
I'm gonna
just a quick break, a minute or so.
So we'll have,
and we'll come back with the second half of Cleveland Awesome Trivia. Ooh, sorry we came here to drink. What happened?
Let's see. We'll do a different map.
Looking good. Oh, overconfident on the halftime question? That's okay. All right, let's take that super quick break and we'll come back in a minute with the second half of Cleveland Awesome Trivia.
Yeah, still 6. That's fine. Yeah, you probably will. We'll have to make sure we take care of them quick.
Well, and I have this sloth run too. Just got sloths all over the place. Genevieve would love it here. All right, get yourselves back. We'll do the second half of some Cleveland Awesome Trivia. Remember, clevelandawesometrivia.com for all the details of when and where you can find Cleveland Awesome Trivia, as well as sample score sheets and such if you need it. Keeping score for yourselves. that free pass I gifted each team with. If you haven't used it yet, be sure to use it by question 18 because it's no good on the final. And we're heading into round 4 of the game. In round 4, your categories will be your opinion counts, birds, and U.S. cities. Again, categories for round 4 are your opinion counts, birds, and U.S. cities. Question number 10. Which is the better breed of dog, Weimaraners or Basset Hounds? And that's okay, spelling does not count. You can just go with Weimar and Hound or however you want to do it. And you know me, I love all animals. Well, yeah, and especially dogs. And the Basset Hounds, they're super cute with their big, long, droopy ears, and they're wrinkly. I love wrinkly puppies. You just want to squish them. But I have a special place in my heart for Weimaraners. I have an aunt that actually shows her dogs, and they now had 2 different pairs where they've got a Weimaraner boy and a German short-haired pointer girl. They make a nice pair. And special place in my heart for Weimaraners. Gunner's a good boy and loved my Bailey. Oh, looks like the Hound is coming out on top, though.
I had a little run going, but then they got me. Stupid guy in the sweater.
All right, and this is the one time where we invite you to go ahead and share your opinion, your answer there in the chat so we can see how those opinions stack up. But it doesn't matter which you voted for, even if it was the kitty cat. You get points. Go for the 6. All right. Question number 11, the category birds. The marabou stork is native to which continent of the world? Question number 11, category birds. The marabou stork is native to which continent of the world? Speaking of my buddy Frank and my friend Anne Marie, I went to the doctor's this week and got my checkup. I was a little overdue, but it's never any fun. Put it off for too long. Question number 11, the category birds. The marabou stork is native to which continent of the world? The one we were looking for was the continent of Africa. Africa, the answer we were looking for, home to the marabou stork. Question number 12, category U.S. cities. What is the literal translation of the name Las Vegas? Question number 12.
Yeah, they're on the bridge.
Category U.S. cities. What is the literal translation of the name Las Vegas? I took German in high school. I would not be able to help you with this answer. I apologize.
Oh boy, there's some.
Not that I'd probably be able to help you with much German translation at this point either, let's be honest.
Behind you.
While you're working out your translation there, get this out of the way. Post it one more time. That's our link. That's our GoFundMe. Just hoping to keep us afloat. Hopefully the end is in sight. The vaccine's rolling out. My mom and my brother have both gotten their first shot. I call it my family business. It's not really, though. Flower Hospital, which is part of the ProMedica group in the Toledo area. I worked there. My dad's mom worked there. My dad worked there. My mom's been there for probably close to 30 years. My sister works there. My brother works there. I even made Goman work there for a minute. It was like his way to get into the family. He had to work for the biz.
Nice.
But yeah, hopefully with those vaccines rolling out, we'll be able to gather as we once could.
Nice.
Out and about in public, enjoying beverages and tasty bar foods.
Yeah. All right.
But until then, any help that you could give us just by spreading that around. I feel like I posted it earlier on my Facebook and got like no reaction even. It was
Pardon.
a little sad. But anyway, question number 12, category U.S. cities. What is the literal translation of the name Las Vegas? They call it the City of Lights, Sin City. But translated, Las Vegas is the Meadows. The Meadows, aka Las Vegas. All right, that was the end of the round. We're heading into round 5 of the game. In round 5, your categories will be horrible records, things you do not want to know about, authors, and time, like days, months, something like that. Again, your categories for round 5 are horrible records, authors, and time. Question 13. Within one, either way, how old was the youngest person ever to give birth? FYI, it happened in the 1930s in Peru. Again, question 13, category horrible records. Within one, either way, how old was the youngest person ever to give birth? FYI, it happened in the 1930s in Peru. It's kind of a tight range there. Maybe you want to use your free pass. Guarantee yourself some points. Do it, Bubs. Come here.
All right. Your loadouts are good and everything? All right.
There he is. There's Rockster. Hi, Rockster. I love it when he sits on the couch over there. He looks so funny. All right, how are we doing with this one? Have you worked out that range? Question 13, category horrible records. I have to admit, when Goman asked me this question, sometimes he tests the questions out on me. I was shocked. I had no idea it was even biologically possible. Within 1 year, either way, how old was the youngest person ever to give birth? Happened in the 1930s in Peru.
There's stuff
Turns out
that should
it
work
was
for me.
a 5-year-old. 5 years old giving birth. Oh, no, thank you. It's crazy. Just crazy. All right. So if you answer between 4 and 6, or if you used your free pass, go ahead and give yourself some points there. Question 14, category authors. What was the name of the author of the novel, The Catcher in the Rye?
I just killed a guy with a grenade. That never happens.
Question 14, category authors. What was the name of the author of the novel, The Catcher in the Rye? Rocky's having a hard time getting comfortable back there. Or he's digging for something in the couch. I don't know what he's doing. What are you doing, Bub? Just chill. It's lucky he's so cute.
And you too.
What are you doing, Bubs? Come over here. Or come up. Come on. Come say hi. Come on. We'll do snuggles. There it is. There's my Rockster. Love you. Do you want to host trivia? Do you want to finish hosting for me? Huh? All right, how are we doing with this author's question? Are they ready for the answer? What do you think? I think I'm not going to be able to read the questions because you're in the way. All right, Bub, you can't stand there. You have to get down. All right, question number 14, the category authors. What was the name of the author of the novel, The Catcher in the Rye? That guy's name, J.D. Salinger. Salinger, the author we were looking for. Question 15, the category time. Nisan, Av, and Adar are all examples of the names of months on what calendar? Question 15, category time. Nisan, Av, and Adar are all examples of names of months on what calendar? The poor puppy. I don't know why he got up off the floor. Looks like he's about to do Sleepy Circle again, though, on the other couch.
Nice.
All right, let's keep this thing moving. I don't want to miss JT.
Yeah, it was a pretty good one for us.
Question 15.
So,
Category was time. And Nisan, Av, and Adar are all examples
Yeah,
of
that's-
names of months on what calendar? You ready? The one we were looking for was the Hebrew calendar. Hebrew, the answer we were looking for. All right, that was the end of that round. We are heading into our final round, round 6, where your categories will be disease, Native Americans, and protests. Again, categories for round 6
yeah.
are disease, Native Americans, and protests. Question 16. Which virus emerged in 1976 in Zaire and came to international attention in 1989
Veteran
after a
bots.
widely publicized outbreak in Virginia? Question 16. Category disease. Which virus first emerged in 1976 in Zaire and came to international attention in 1989 after a widely publicized outbreak in Virginia? I've been doing some research in the last year, reading far too many books with titles like Pandemic. That one was by Sonia Sa, I believe. Shaw, maybe. It was pretty interesting, though. She was a scientist that was studying one particular outbreak and kind of widened her scope a little bit. And it was published in 2016, and she basically predicted our current scenario. Just a little scary. The scientists knew it was coming.
Oh, wow.
Viruses are tricky little things. So tiny, we can't see them. It's survival of the fittest. That's all they're trying to do is propagate. Come on. Come on. Come on. Sajine's teasing me. Come on. Come on. All right, how are we doing with this one? Have you also been researching your viruses? Question 16, the category disease. Which virus first emerged in 1976 in Zaire and came to international attention in 89 after a widely publicized outbreak in Virginia? It's a virus that they call Ebola. Ebola, the one we were looking for. Sonia Shah originally researching a cholera outbreak, but she also talked about Ebola and coronaviruses. So it's an interesting book. If you want to check it out, DM me. I'll give you the deets. All right, question 17, the category Native Americans. A guy named Sitting Bull was the chief of what large Native American tribe? Question 17. Category Native Americans. A guy named Sitting Bull was the chief of what large Native American tribe?
Oh my God.
Come on.
Okay, threw something at me. Well, we got hardened bots against veteran. This is supposed to be hard.
Oh, sorry, I didn't hit enter. There's that question, in case you needed to see it in the chat.
I don't know.
This time last year, we were just coming home from a cruise in the Caribbean. It was the sound of the ocean, the blue skies, and the palm trees. All right, how are we doing? Narrow down which Native American tribe you're going to go with. Question 17. Category Native Americans. A guy named Sitting Bull was the chief of what large Native American tribe? The one we were looking for was the Sioux. The Sioux Indians. The ones we were looking for.
That's happened to me a couple of times.
Question number 18. The category
Something there.
protests. Within 3 years, either way, in what year did a Buddhist monk set himself on fire in the city of Saigon as a part of a televised protest? Question 18. Category protests. Within 3 years, either way, in what year did a Buddhist monk set himself on fire in the city of Saigon as a part of a televised protest?
Veteran is too good for me.
One of those weird Cleveland awesome trivia coincidences. I was watching a show recently about meditation. I think it might have been one of those like Mind Explained, part of that series on Netflix. And they were actually showing shots of this monk sitting in the middle of the road on fire because he was, of course, meditating while he was on fire. Oof. What year did that happen?
Yeah, I'm getting one.
Work that range. Narrow down that answer. I should be back right here on YouTube again on Sunday night with some Cleveland Awesome Trivia general questions for you. And then you can tune in Monday. Goman will be here on the
No more
YouTubes
veteran
and also
boss.
live at Parma Tavern with his entertainment-based game. That's movie and TV trivia. And of course, check out clevelandawesometrivia.com to find out where and when you can find us as far as live in-person locations. Question 18.
Nice.
Category protests. Within 3 years, either way, in what year did a Buddhist monk set himself on fire in the city of Saigon as part of a televised protest? The answer we were looking for was the year of 1963. 63, the answer we were looking for. So if you answered between 60
Yeah, he was
and
lying to us.
66, or finally use your free pass, you can go ahead and give yourself credit for that answer. We are now heading into our final question. This is where you can wager any, all, or none of the points that you've gathered so far throughout the game. Feel free, of course, to go ahead and post your points
Good.
there in the chat area, kind of see how you stack up against the other teams and how much you
Cool,
might
thanks
want to
for-
wager on this final question. Again, that
Thanks for
can be
playing,
any,
and,
all, or none of
we'll
the
see you next
points. And of
Yep.
course, as usual, I have a handy dandy hint available that'll give you a 1 in 4 shot at the correct answer. But once you see or hear the hint, you can only wager up to half of whatever you've gathered thus far. Yeah, I feel like it was kind of a tough game tonight. We came here to drink. Sorry you don't want to talk about it. I'm still really proud of you. And as long as you had a good time, that's all that matters. All right. And I mean, there were no perfect games tonight, so it's okay. Just you being here, that's what counts. All right, again, our final question. You can wager any, all, or none of your points, and I do have a hint available, but once you see or hear the hint, you can only wager up to half of your point value thus far. All right, ready? Here we go. Our final question this evening. In which country of the world is the importation of bubblegum illegal unless there is a medical reason? Again, our final question this evening. In which country of the world is the importation of bubblegum illegal unless there is a medical reason? So if you're in this country, you have to have a doctor give you a note so you can get bubblegum from somewhere else. Apparently they must not make it either. Can't think of what is a medical reason for bubblegum? I mean, maybe the nicotine gum? All in, all in. I see you. Yeah, I feel like this final question might make up for how tough the rest of the game may have been. All right, that looks like most of us. A couple teams are still holding out. Are you ready for the hint? Or do you need more time? Yeah, I think that's everybody. So here is the hint. 1 in 4 shot. Is it Canada, Europe, which I'm pretty sure is not a country, Sri Lanka, or Singapore? I feel like Canada, they're just too nice. Like bubblegum's not going to be an issue. So Sri Lanka or Singapore? The answer we were looking for was indeed Singapore. I've heard it's very tidy over there. Singapore, the answer we were looking for. As always, a big, big thank you to each and every one of you for coming out and playing along with us this evening. ClevelandAwesomeTrivia.com for when and where you can find us. And also probably a link to our GoFundMe. Share it with your social circles. Tell them how much you like hanging out with us, being part of our wonderful, supportive community. Maybe learning a little something while you're here. Who knows? All right. Nice final scores, guys. Again, thank you. Thank you for coming out tonight. I hope to see you again on Sunday, if not sooner. And Goman will be here on Monday night on the YouTubes and live from Parma Tavern with his entertainment-based game. Y'all take care. Happy Inauguration Day. And we'll see you again soon.